All right, so for this project, we needed to redesign this county website, which, as you can see, has a lot going on. And it's hard to know where to go to navigate certain pages and things like that. And so, anyways, yeah, so we had to redesign this website to make it more cohesive and flow better, easier to use, basically, and look better. So a big part of this process, as along the way as we were redesigning, was to have user tests, which was super helpful because a lot of times you don't always catch the flaws in your design until you have somebody else try and navigate it. Um, yeah, just a lot of things like some people that I had tests suggested to switch certain information to different places to make it easier to find. Um, And one thing I also changed was my drop down menus. I had originally I had a hamburger menu and a how do I tab, and they basically had a lot of the same information. So I decided to cut the hamburger menu out and have the user just use the how do I to find this basically the same information. Um, so we also had three different scenarios that we needed to have the focus on for the user to be able to find. And these included being able to find their voting precinct, um, be able to take a written driver's test, and also find a photo history of the county. So what I want to do is basically just go through my prototypes so you can see what I've done with that. So I'll just pick one scenario and use that. So let's go with how about finding our the precinct. So basically, this is my homepage, and you can scroll down and there's news information and updates and things like that with the footer. And there's lots of different ways that you could find the information that you want to get to. You can search for it. You can, for voting, you could probably go to government probably, or directory, different things like that. But for the sake of the prototype, keeping it simple and this presentation simple, we'll go to how do and I basically just made a drop-down menu for you to be able to find almost anything that you want. So here we want to try and find where a precinct is, so I put that under access down here under voting information, and it pops up with this page. And so here's some different voting information to the right, and to the left I made this area bigger since there's a table and a map and things that required more space. So basically all you have to do to find your precinct and to know where to go to vote is you look down at this map and you try and pinpoint where you live. And so say you live off of the street here, you know you're going to be in precinct 4, so then you can look here and know exactly what building and the address is where you can go and vote. But yeah, I just wanted to keep it really simple, and I wanted to keep it visually pleasing with the block of um, color over this text to separate it from this, the one above it. And I also wanted to incorporate some icons. And but yeah, basically to navigate to anything else, you can go back to the how do I. So if you wanted to go to the county history, you can go here and you can scroll through the different photographs that it has, things like that. And then to go back to the home, you basically just click on the logo and there you are. So yep, that is pretty much it. And we also had to create a, a mobile version of this, and mine's basically the same as the website. As you can see, you can scroll down through here. Things are just laid out a tiny bit differently. But to access the how do I tab on the mobile, you just go to the hamburger menu and then click on the how do I, and it'll take you to this page. So this one is a little more condensed, but if you just click on what you want to find, you can go to access and then look at the list, voter information, there's that. And then obviously this can be your home button. And then if you want to go back to the How Do I page, you can do that as well. But yeah, that is basically my project.